So happy it's Friday. Let's do this. It's Friday, April 10th, 2026 to be exact. I am Peaches. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Let's get through this afternoon as fast as possible. During the 5 p.m. hour, I'll have your It's So New track of the day. And then right after that first commercial break of the hour, I'll be starting the all-new Bill Murray album, Kinda Hard, from start to finish. We'll play the entire thing on the air. It's a short album, about 35 minutes, but overall, from what I've heard, I had to skim through all the different tracks. I wasn't listening as a listener. I was more so listening for any radio edits that I would need to make. From what I've heard so far, it's a fantastic album. It's fun. It's a mix of heavy and also that country-esque rock that Bill Murray is known for. I'm sure we'll get a few people upset going, why are they playing that country crap on K-Bear? It's not all that country, but it's more so rockin'. This album's at least more rockin' than the previous one, I would say. But we'll listen to that during the 5 p.m. hour. Obviously, for those tuning into the podcast right now, the Peaches Pit Party On Demand podcast, none of the music plays in the podcast. It's just me talking. So if you want to listen to the full show, you can always stream us at kbear.fm if you're outside the East Idaho area, or you can download the K-Bear 101 app. I did post in the Bill Murray subreddit that I was going to play the new album today, and everybody was just awesome, giving me compliments, talking about how cool that is that I'm getting to play this full album. It really goes to show that the r/Seether subreddit is one of the worst places on the planet. If you don't know about that story, well, I can tell you to go back and listen to the previous Peaches Pit Party episode that talks all about that whole Seether mishap that I'm not going to think about anymore today because I don't want my mood ruined. All right, I'm in a good mood. Let's do this. It's Friday. I'll be back here in just a few with some more stuff to talk about. Also, a little bit later on during the show, we'll play the K-Bear 101 Secret Sound powered by the Advocates. I'll give away, is it $276? If somebody can guess the secret sound correctly a little bit later on in the show. If they guess it wrong, well, it goes up to $301. That'll be here soon on Peaches Pit Party. We just announced this morning, if you haven't heard the promo yet, with Maddie from down the hall doing her best Roz impression from Monsters, Inc., that we'll be giving away tickets starting on Monday next week to go see Papa Roach Set It Off in Autumn Kings live at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater in Pocatello on Thursday, July 23rd. All you have to listen out for are back-to-back tracks from Papa Roach or Set It Off or Autumn Kings. We have a few of each artist, a few songs from each artist in the library, I should say. It's not going to be like Papa Roach to then Set It Off. No, it has to be Papa Roach to Papa Roach and so on. So listen extra carefully starting on Monday. Be caller 20 when you hear that second song start playing at 208-535-1015 for your pair of tickets to go to the show. And I believe we'll be giving away those pit tickets. Not seats for this one. No, pit tickets. You'll be right there up front. We were taking a look at the ticket sales from the site, the Ticketmaster, of course. Make sure you go to the proper ticketing website. I do have the proper ticketing website linked to the show on our concert calendar. Also, I believe if you Google search the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater and you go to their official website, I think it's the Nederlander website that you go on to. You click on the show, it'll take you to Ticketmaster. Buy your tickets. If you don't want to try to win, you can also just simply buy your tickets if you wanted to spend money, or you could try to win them with us here. Either way, we want you at the show. We want you to pack the house, make the port as packed as possible for an awesome night, July 23rd. Papa Roach Set It Off in Autumn Kings. Anyway, here's Bill Murray twice on K-Bear 101. Just when you thought the world couldn't possibly throw any more scary things at us, along comes the Asian needle ant. The Asian needle ant, they're an invasive insect. They're native to China, Japan, and the Koreas. They're spreading across the U.S. Experts are raising alarms, bug experts. The small, shiny ants pack a painful, venomous sting, and they're moving through forests, neighborhoods, cities across the country in part of Georgia. Scientists say they're found under nearly every log and stump. I'll have to tell my friend Tyler, who lives out in Cumming, Georgia, to watch out for these tiny little things. The sting can throb for more than half an hour, and in some cases trigger severe allergic reactions. Wow, I can't even speak today. Even anaphylaxis. Is that how you say it? More often than a honeybee sting. Native to Asia, the ants are now reported in more than a dozen states, including New York, Pennsylvania, much of the South. Doesn't say anything about Idaho for right now. Experts warn they pose risks to people and local ecosystems. Who brought them here? I know they didn't swim. What person brought these ants to the U.S.? Do they think it'd be like a cool pet? This one guy keeps popping up on my Facebook feed. His name's Mike something, I forgot, but he has these vivariums in his house. I learned what a vivarium was, and he has these really cool rooms, little glass cages with these animals in them, and it's its own ecosystem inside each one of these glass containers. Maybe he's the reason why we now have Asian needle ants popping up as a potential threat. Again, there are still people out there that are trying to say the bugs are disappearing, but then I see stories like this where more bugs are coming in, and well, I hate to say it, the bugs are still here. All right, I was literally just on my lunch break, and I was eating my Culver's burger. Look to my left, and I see a hornet just chilling on my mirror. You know, I let him be. I don't want to mess with a hornet. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I was reading this story from Business Insider. A former Apple engineering manager says that getting promoted actually pushed her to burnout and eventually led her to take a long career break at age 30. She says the higher level role came with heavier responsibilities, and even though she had been excited to advance, the pressure and extra commute combined with office return rules started taking a toll on her mental health. After stepping back from the job, she realized that taking time for herself and recharging was worth it. It's a reminder that a job should support your life, not overwhelm it. And that's sometimes the best move. The best move forward means finding work that fits better with what you need. So if you're thinking about making a change, we've got local opportunities right here in our community. You can visit the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com to find local jobs from local companies hiring right now. This week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is a production line machine operator position with Melaleuca. It's a full-time morning shift from 6:30 to 3. Starting pay at $18 an hour or more, depending on experience. You'll be operating machines, preparing production lines, packaging products, helping maintain quality standards. Melaleuca offers some great perks too, like profit sharing after 6 months, monthly free product vouchers, longevity bonuses, opportunities to move up within the company. You'll need to be able to work independently, handle physical tasks like lifting up to 65 pounds and stay on your feet throughout the shift. If you want to apply, head to HireEastIdaho.com, and to explore even more local opportunities, check out HireEastIdaho.com. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. It's always free for job seekers with new jobs added all the time. The first NFL game down under seems to be a big hit with Australians, but not so much with the teams that have to go travel there. Over 150,000 fans registered for a shot at tickets for the September 10th matchup between the Rams and the 49ers at Melbourne's Cricket Ground. And when tickets went on sale, it overwhelmed Ticketmaster's servers, causing lengthy wait times for most people. Sound familiar? And to make sure the game can be broadcast in a Thursday prime time in the U.S., it's taking place on a Friday morning in Melbourne. All of this has not made 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan happy. He said, "It's cool for the league to play globally. I think that's awesome, but as far as the team doing it, no, there's not much benefit." He added it in a sarcastic tone. "That was our goal, to go 19 hours away to play a game. I'd be mad too." A Colorado Rockies fan went viral for bringing his own food to a game this week. The food, a Costco rotisserie chicken. The fan brought the still warm chicken in its Kirkland label bag and filmed his attempt to bring it into Coors Field in Denver. He expected to get shut down, but he was let through security with no issue since it was a clear bag, and one police officer at the gate even gave him a high five for his ingenuity. I don't see a problem with that either. You know what? If he wants to eat a whole chicken while watching baseball, go for it. The Utah Mammoth have upped the Zamboni game in NHL arenas around North America. They've unveiled the Zamoth, a 17-foot-tall machine with glowing eyes and massive tusks. The Mammoth can accommodate up to 8 spectators, so fans will get a chance to ride around in between periods as the machine resurfaces the ice rink. And the Mammoth has some deep roots in Utah. It uses parts from the Zamboni that was used when Salt Lake City hosted the Winter Olympics back in 2022. If we ever do a stage announcement, Victor or myself, if we ever get to do a stage announcement at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, I want to come out on the Mammoth. Why not bring it up to Pocatello or Idaho Falls, have us ride it on the way to the stage, bring in the Mammoth to the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater so we can introduce Papa Roach and all of that at the show, July 23rd. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Barrel 101. All right, so this one could offend some people who have these names involved, all right? Let's talk about what is the worst name you've ever heard. People still wonder why I'm exactly called Peaches. I got asked that again just the other day. It's like, hey, my last name's Peach. So I just, it's been a joke my entire life to be called Peaches. Some people think it's funny to call me Princess Peach. It's been happening my entire life. If you think that offends me, any dumb nickname involving my last name, I'm used to it. I've had my last name for the last 30 years. I know everything that people have come up with so far. Someone tried, there was an old play that we used to do back on a basketball team I was on when I was like 13. It was called Peaches and Cream, which sounds a little raunchy for a 13-year-old team, but it was mostly just me going to the basket, staying right underneath it. They would pass me the ball up high, I'd turn around, shoot, and back then, well, I still sucked later on, but I especially sucked when I was young because I just started playing basketball at 13. I would turn around and I was supposed to make it right into the basket, but no, I would often miss, and that's why I no longer play basketball and I am a radio DJ. But I'm looking at some of the names here on this thread for what is the worst name you've ever heard, and I feel like a lot of these are made up. A couple in Australia named their baby Methamphetamine Rules as they assumed it would be rejected by the birth registry. It was not. Is that a full-on actual story? Australian couple, I'll look this up. Baby Meth Rules. I'll just shorten it up. Oh no, an actual article from 2023 pops up here. I still feel bad for my, I don't know what relation this person's going to be to me, but my cousin Drake just had a baby with his wife Danielle. Congratulations to them. But they decided to name the baby Ryder. Ryder. The problem with it is that their last name is also Peach. So the boy's name is Ryder Peach. Doesn't that sound a little off to you? Ryder Peach? Okay, I shouldn't go too much into that because I might get a JPA, a Jade Pucker alert, but it's like, come on, you knew what you were doing. Naming your son Ryder. It's like me naming my son Harry. Harry Peach? Okay, again, I feel like I went too far with that. I was going to go into a bunch of names that I wholeheartedly hate, but I'd rather not offend anybody, and I'd rather just make fun of my family for making dumb decisions. All right? That's enough for this break. Social Distortion now with Born to Kill on Peach's Pit Party. Well, it's Peach's Pit Party. Victor, thank you for joining the show here.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
I saw this article get posted in Radio Peeps on Facebook, and I figured it would work great to try to make your show better.
Oh, great.
7 ways to make sure your morning show creates liftoff.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear their suggestions.
Start with one clear identity. Many morning shows struggle because they try to be everything at once. Decide what the show is known for. Is it humor? Real conversation?
No.
Local storytelling? High energy?
You can do all of that.
When listeners understand the identity, Victor, they know why they should tune in every morning.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, well, I'm going to scratch that one off the list. So far, I disagree.
Why should someone choose this show instead of streaming music? That's the question you should be asking yourself.
Because people talking. Somebody is talking. If you want to hear music, sure, stream it. But if you want to hear music and talking, you turn it on.
Another thing here, build personal connection. The best morning shows feel like friends talking with the audience, not performers talking at them.
Okay, I could agree with that one.
Share real stories from your life, wins, frustrations, odd moments, parenting stories, or things that happened yesterday.
Sure.
Some people take it a little too far. Like, I'm not going to go with the example I
Yeah, I had an example too that I'm not going to go with either.
It was a little green. Create daily benchmarks. Great shows give listeners something predictable to come back for. These are short, recurring features that happen at the same time every day.
Yeah, and when you don't like those features, you don't tune in. Shot Clock Sports Update.
Hey, you know what? Kid smarts.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
We should do our version with just Crazy Jay. See if you can get the answer right or wrong.
I'm going to get rid of Freak News at this point because I can just do Freak News that's all I do the whole show anyway.
Yeah.
Why have a dedicated segment to it?
Absolutely. What the headline I was thinking about getting rid of too.
Yeah.
Because my whole show is just a bunch of dumb news stories like you just mentioned.
Yeah,
exactly. It says right here, a local headline breakdown as one of the benchmarks that you could do. Make these local, Victor.
Well, we talked local stories yesterday on the noon hour. We talked about the guy chopped off somebody's hand and then the guy who's exposing himself out on Highway 20.
I drove to Rexburg yesterday. I was hoping some minivan would pull up next to me and then just, Free Willy. Be local in a way streaming never can be, Victor. Another reason here.
They just said to be local.
On the 7 ways to make your morning show better or to make it lift off.
Who made this post?
Let me see.
What's their name?
Rainmaker Pathway.
Okay, never heard of them.
Yeah, it seems like a Chat GPT generated article here.
Yeah, it does.
Use local life as content, things happening around town,
They
local
just
frustrations.
Said that's 3 locals in a row.
Or inside jokes, high school sports. There was a few people that were like, you should report on high school sports. I'm like, what?
Isn't there a sports station around here?
East Idaho News does that with their sports section.
I mean, I guess you could do it for the Shot Clock Sports Update if you wanted.
Your kids are never making it to the NBA. Graduate high school, go to college, and be an adult. How about that, huh? Use real listener interaction.
Well, sure. Yeah, that's great when you can. Why don't you people call Peach's show? Come on.
Oh, I see a question here. What's the weirdest thing your kid said this week? That's a question that suggests to ask. What small thing ruined your morning? His name rhymes with Victor Vilt. What's your secret fast
Thanks
food
for calling
order?
me small.
Keep segments tight and moving. Well, we've been talking here for a couple minutes
Hey, but
now.
we've been keeping it tight and moving. We're going through a list.
But I can tell you, though, all the best morning shows don't keep it tight and moving.
No, they just babble on forever. You know, they're barreling over the top of each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
You would have hated this episode of The Woody Show that I listened to recently.
Yeah.
They were all going over the top of each other.
I can't stand dude, every time I've tried to listen to that show, the barreling over the top of each other drives me nuts.
That doesn't drive me crazy as when there's like a co-host and it's predominantly a girl and she just keeps laughing.
Yeah.
At nothing.
No, if they have nothing to say, they shouldn't be in there.
And it'll just be an awkward laugh for 10 seconds straight, and then it goes, oh, okay, now let's go back to the subject.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, I don't like that, but I don't like barreling over the top of each other. You know, if the best podcasts out there, or even if terrible podcasts, I can think of a terrible local podcast. They don't barrel over the top of each other. All right? They're terrible, but they don't barrel over the top of each other. I'll give them that.
And how about this last one here? End every break with a reason to stay.
Because I'm here. All right? If you tune out, you suck.
Tease what's coming is what it says. In 5 minutes, we'll tell you the one thing people regret buying the most. Or next, the weirdest thing that happened on a first date.
God.
You love this, don't you, Victor?
You want to puke?
Next, I'm talking about horoscopes.
Oh, fantastic. Well, coming up in a few, I'm going to barrel back into your studio and make you record me doing spots. Get the job done on a Friday.
I think it was yesterday. Shout out listener Preston. He sent me a suggestion for To Peach Their Own. It was like, what little thing makes you irrationally angry? And I've done stuff like that in the past, all right? One of the things that's been happening again as of late are Facebook pages sharing old tour posters. And I have this as a best of segment on my show whenever I'm out of town. Sometimes you'll hear that one play. Where like I'll get all excited that this show is coming to Boise or Salt Lake City, but it doesn't say anywhere the year on the poster or in the post itself. So I'll be like, oh, what? This is an awesome lineup. This band opening for this band? Are you serious? What's going on here? And then I look at the the caption, sometimes the caption will say like, hey, throwback to when this tour took place. Why share it? Just share a picture from the concert. Because if you share the tour poster, people's hopes are going to be, they're going to be lifted. And then you see it, then they realize, oh, this is from 15 years ago. Got it. They get all upset and sad, I might just be stupid for falling for that. But at the same time, I feel like most people on Facebook are worse than me. They just see something, go right to commenting. They don't even read the article. Wasn't there something recently that I pointed out to Victor on the Noon Hour? Oh yeah, MGK hasn't released yet this new metal song with Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit. It's unreleased. There's no official release date. And one person in the comments said, it's not on Spotify, even though the caption said, unreleased track. Make sure to read, people. All right, here's the warning. Kerosene on Peach's Pit Party. You know how the McDonald's CEO barely taking a bite of the all-new Big Arch Burger at McDonald's made its way around the internet, it went viral, I should say. And it kind of felt like it was a marketing tactic for more attention on the Big Arch Burger, because people are still talking about it. I just talked about it yesterday, that the CEO had to say, hey, no, I'm not a secret vegan. And that video that the CEO took of him barely taking the bite happened on February 4th. And yesterday, of course, April 9th. So it's that much time has passed and we're still talking about it. I was reading here about this Kit Kat delivery truck. It received a presidential level protection escort this week in Canada. 4 unmarked SUVs flanked the valuable cargo ahead, behind, and on the adjacent lanes as the truck drove on a Canadian highway. The security convoy was a marketing stunt by Nestle, or is it Nestle? Nestle, which suffered the loss of a 12-ton shipment in Europe that still hasn't been recovered. That was all over the news, too. Kit Kat leaned into the story by having a security firm to protect their high-value cargo. An Instagram influencer got a tip and photographed the convoy. His post was widely shared with the caption, Kit Kat is taking no chances here. Either they don't want any more break-ins, or they got Beyonce in that truck. Cargo theft has quietly become big business over in Europe. Organized gangs hijack trucks, shipping millions of dollars worth of golf clubs, sneakers, lawnmowers, baby formula, olive oil, perfume, and chocolate bars, which is funny that chocolate bars are even included in this, because that stuff, golf clubs, you can make a lot of money with those. Sneakers, the same thing. Lawnmowers, especially. Baby formula, also. Olive oil, though, kind of odd. Perfume, definitely expensive. Chocolate bars, though. Like, what are you going to do with 12 tons of Kit Kats? Like those kids that used to walk around selling those candy bars? Were they trying to give those candy bars to those kids for free so they can make a whole bunch of profit just by selling those in the streets? I don't know. That's today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. The K-Bear 101 Secret Sound powered by The Advocates still going on. The prize pot, what's it sitting at now? Is it $301? I should know. We just played it during the 3 p.m. hour, and, well, that person got it wrong, obviously, which is why I'm still talking about it. You can find all the incorrect guesses at kbear.fm. You can also fill out the form for us to potentially call you, or you can also wait until Monday at 7:05. We'll give you the hours that day we'll play, the K-Bear 101 Secret Sound powered by The Advocates, and you can listen extra carefully during those hours that Victor tells you. Listen for that cue to call. Be caller 20 at 208-535-1015. Guess the secret sound correctly. Win all the money in the prize pot. Concert season is here. You can use that money for concert tickets. Like I mentioned yesterday, you could use it to fill up your car. I know when I filled up my car yesterday, I was shocked by how much money it was. $67. I know. 6-7. Anyway, the K-Bear 101 Secret Sound powered by The Advocates continues on Monday. Sublime Until the Sun Explodes on K-Bear 101. It's Peach's Pit Party about to wrap up here. I figured I would just talk about this. Posted in r/hygiene. This person said, I brushed my teeth correctly for 28 years. And a dentist just told me I've been doing it wrong the entire time. My gums are ruined. For nearly 3 decades, I have been brushing my teeth the way I was shown as a kid. Hard, fast, side to side, 2 minutes, done. I thought I was doing great. I floss, I use mouthwash, I even use one of those expensive electric toothbrushes I saw a dentist recommend on a video. I genuinely believe my mouth hygiene was above average. I went in for a routine cleaning last week, and the hygienist got very quiet while she was doing the initial check. Then she called the dentist over. They were both poking around and using words like recession, wear pattern. And I started to get that sinking feeling. Turns out I've been brushing way too hard and at completely the wrong angle for my entire life. You're supposed to hold the brush at a 45-degree angle toward the gum line and use tiny circular strokes with almost no pressure at all. This person goes on and on to say this whole thing about how, like, the dentist basically made fun of them. I hate to say this. I haven't been to the dentist in a very long time. Like, I have my teeth. I feel like they're doing just fine. I don't want to go to the dentist and they're like, wow, your mouth sucks. Let's inject all this stuff in it and do all this stuff, put fake teeth in your mouth, that kind of thing, and then charge you $20,000. Something like that, you know? Sometimes you just want to go into some place and scream at them, I'm just here for a cleaning, I'm just here for the bare minimum, that kind of thing. It's like when you go to get your oil changed and then they come out again with that air filter that they say needs replaced even though they have that air filter just hidden behind the counter. And they pretend like you need yours replaced, so they charge you more money, that kind of thing. You have to go in there headstrong and be like, no, I came in here for what I asked for, and that's it, kind of thing. I switched to a soft brush to help avoid damaging the gums. Yeah, see, this is what I'm afraid of. Once I go to the dentist again, the dentist is just going to laugh at me. They're going to poke around, ask me questions. My mouth is wide open. They got tools in there. Obviously, I can't talk, so why ask me questions? Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.